Theory of errors. The foundation of all experimental science and technology is measurement. The result obtained from any measurement will contain some uncertainty. Error is called error. It is not possible to make exact measurement in an experiment. In measurements, two different terms, accuracy and precision, are used and need to be distinguished at this stage. Accuracy and precision. Accuracy refers to how far we are from the true value, and precision refers to how well we measure. Let us say you know your true height is exactly 5.9. You first measure your height with the yardstick and get the value 5.0. Your measurement is hence not accurate. Now you measure your height with a laser yardstick and get 5.9 as the value. Now your measurement is accurate. The true value is called theoretical value. The level of accuracy required for each application varies greatly. Highly accurate data can be very difficult to produce and compile. For example, if you consistently measure your height as 5.0 with a yardstick, your measurements are precious. If a measurement is precious, that does not necessarily mean that it is accurate. However, if the measurement is consistently accurate, it is also precise. For example, if the temperature outside a building is 40 degrees centigrade as measured by the weather thermometer, and if the real outside temperature is 40 degrees C, the thermometer is accurate. If the thermometer registered this exact temperature in a row, the temperature is precious. Consider another example. Let the temperature of refrigerator repeatedly measured by a thermometer be given as 10.4 and 10.2, 10.3, 10.1 likewise. However, if the real temperature inside the refrigerator is 9, we say that the temperature is not accurate. It is almost 1 degree off the true value, but since all the measured values are close to 10, hence it is precious. A visual example. Target shooting is an example which explains the difference between accuracy and precision. Figure A. The shots are focused so as to reach the bull's eye midpoint. But the arrows have reached only around this point. Hence, the shots are not accurate and also not precise. Then the figure B shows that all the shots are close to each other but not at the center point. Hence, the shots are said to be precise but not accurate. In figure C, the shots are closer and also the central point. Hence, the shots are both precise and accurate. A numerical example. The true values of certain length is nearly 5.678 cm. In one experiment, using a measuring instrument of resolution 0.1 cm, the measured value is found to be 5.5 cm. In another experiment, using a measuring instrument of greater resolution, say 0.01 cm, the length is found to be 5.38 cm. We find that the first measurement is more accurate as it is closer to the true value, but it has lesser precision. On the contrary, the second measurement is less accurate but it is more precise. Error in measurement. The uncertainty in a measurement is called an error. Random error, systematic error, and gross error are the three possible errors. Random errors, systematic error, and gross. Systematic errors are classified into instrumental errors, imperfection in experimental technique or procedure, personal errors, errors due to external causes, least count errors. Now we are going to see about systematic errors. Systematic errors are reproducible inaccuracies that are consistently in the same direction. These occur often due to a problem that persists throughout the experiment. Systematic error can be classified as follows. Instrumental errors. When an instrument is not calibrated properly at the time of manufacture, instrumental error may arise if a measurement is made with a meter scale whose end is on out. The result obtained will have errors. These errors can be corrected by choosing the instrument carefully. The next one is imperfection in experimental technique or procedure. These errors arise due to the limitations in the experimental arrangement. As an example, while performing experiments with a calorimeter, if there is no proper insulation, there will be radiation losses. This results in errors, and to overcome these, necessary correction has to be applied. Personal errors. These errors are due to individuals performing the experiment, may be due to incorrect initial setting up of the experiment or carelessness of the individual making the observation due to improper. Errors due to external causes. The change in the external condition during an experiment can cause error in measurement. For example, changes in temperature, humidity or pressure during measurements may affect the result of the measurement. The next one is least count error. Least count is the smallest value that can be measured by the measuring instrument, and the error due to this measurement is least count error. The instrument's resolution hence is the use of this error. Least count error can be reduced by using a high precision instrument for the measurement. Random errors. Random errors may arise due to random and unpredictable variations in experimental conditions like pressure, temperature, voltage, supply, etc. Errors may also be due to personal error by the observer whose performance the experiment. Random errors are sometimes called chance error. When different readings are obtained by a person every time he repeats the experiment, personal error occurs. For example, consider the case of the thickness of wire measuring using a screw gauge. The readings taken may be different for different trials. In this case, a large number of measurements are made and then the arithmetic mean is taken. If n number of trials readings are taken in an experiment and the readings are A1, A2, A3 and then AN. The arithmetic mean is usually this arithmetic mean is taken as the best possible true value of the quantity. Certain procedures to be followed to minimize experimental errors along the example as shown in table. Minimize experimental errors. Types of errors. Example, how to minimize. In random error. Example, suppose you measure the mass of a ring 3 times using the same balance and gets slightly different values 15.46 gram, 15.42 gram and 15.44 gram. Take more data. Random errors can be evaluated through statistical analysis and can be reduced by averaging over a large number of observations. Then types of error in systematic error. Suppose the cloth tape measure that you use to measure the length of an object has been stretched out from the year of use. As a result, all of the length measurements are not correct. Systematic errors are difficult to detect and cannot be analyzed statistically because all the data in the same direction either too high or too low.